Hi, my name is Kevin Byrnes, and this week's religious education video will be about hope. You see, last week, my time, I record these a little early, we were told we were going to be home about 31 more days. And so the last thing we should do as Christians is despair, is to think nothing will ever be right again. Hope has a weird reputation. It isn't just positivity, isn't just optimism. Hope is not the virtue of looking on the bright side. Hope is knowing that Christ is with you even in the darkest times. The only hope really worth calling hope is when you have no reason to go on, but you do so anyway. And we see this in the lives of the saints. We see this with Mother Teresa, who didn't feel God's love or presence or grace for 25 years. But kept caring for the poor and spending 4 hours a day in prayer. We see this with Blessed Chiara, who was dying of cancer. And still, she took time to help her friends cheer up when they were sad about her dying. And then with St. John Paul II, when he lived under two of the worst governments in human history in his youth, and then spent the entire time he was Pope telling us not to be afraid. Things will get back to normal, but that's not what we should have hope in. So you see, at some point we will play in the park again. We will go back to our classrooms and our offices. We will go to a Cubs or Sox game at their ballparks. I don't know when, but we will. And it's important to remember, Jesus is with us throughout all of this. He is with the sick suffering alone away from their family. He's with the medical personnel taking care of them, and as well as with the essential workers. Jesus is with those who do not know when they're going to get paid again. And he's with those who are alone, live alone during this, and miss real human contact. He is with all of us in every one of our crosses, one way or another. Jesus is the same, yesterday, today, and forever. The only thing that lasts forever is God and his glory. This is the God who rose from the dead after 3 days, spent 40 days living with his apostles and teaching them still till he went back to his Father in heaven. Jesus really rose. So what do you think he can do during this pandemic? He's always with us, and that is where our hope is. Even when we get back to normal, we need to remember that hope. Because we won't get through this on our own strength. We don't have to endure our hardships and our crosses alone. He will carry us through. He's the one on the cross. Even when we join him, he was there first. So as St. Paul says, rejoice in hope, endure in affliction, and persevere in prayer. If we can do those three things, we can do anything with the strength of Jesus Christ. Thank you, and God bless.